Okay.
We'll see. Maybe this is the real one.
Well.
Do you think Will Smith knows that he's corny? Jeez, just take a shit right there. Letting go of all your extremities.
Can I live life? Can I just show the people every part of me?
Yeah, just like, I guess.
Does he know? I think in his heart of hearts he does, but he is too far gone. Shout out Drake.
Dang. So he knows, but he's like, this is all I have?
Yeah.
But there isn't like that level of like, you can't be, he can't say, dang, I'm corny.
Mm-hmm.
Let me at least try to be a little less corny. I guess like he realizes how corny he is, you think, but he still commits to that. Like he can't modify that corniness a bit to not be as corny.
But like, not corny would be not doing the songs in the first place.
That is a good point, because right when I said that, I'm like, whoa, what could he do differently song-wise?
Would be not do it.
Is there any kind of music he can make? Like, think of...
You can work with Black Eyed Peas, Pitbull.
No, I'll just like commit to the corniness, but go actually make good corny music?
Sure.
I don't know about that. I don't agree with that.
He should probably stop. He should quit. Like he's a trillionaire. He can live in Timbuktu with his unfaithful wife and maybe 4
together
kids.
anymore.
Oh, then what's the issue here?
Okay. Is there any kind of like instrumental album where he just like raps over
Like a flute?
a drummer?
Oh.
Raps over a drummer and like...
No.
This is the issue. I found it. He's always been kind of fake.
Yeah.
Right? Like his original music was, parents just don't understand.
Yeah, they don't. So good.
And then I was listening to, this is why, now I'm realizing why I thought of Will Smith while driving on Coronado Bridge. I was listening to non-stop hip hop compilation CD on my car. Don't ask. And one of the songs on that CD was Summertime by Will Smith.
Summertime.
And then I was like, that's when it hit me.
Yeah.
And I was like, this song's pretty good, but why is it bad? I thought to myself, because it is bad, but it's still good. And I realized that I think he only made that song, and I'm sure this is true, because it came out around the same time. He only made it because of The Chronic.
Okay. Why?
Because The Chronic is like G-Funk and like slow, like dum. You know, like it's G-Funk type beat.
Okay.
And Summertime is the same thing. And when you hear him speak, what?
No.
When you hear him speak, it sounds like Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Like his same voice. And I'm like, and it's the voice where like you can tell it's fake because he's like, what is it? A groove, slightly transformed. Like he doesn't talk like that. He doesn't rap like that in his other songs. So he's faking it.
The thing is, just like the Drake archetype. Like he has his own archetype now. And it just, I think it's like just a symptom of being in that industry. Like at a point, if you have the goal to be the biggest ever, you're gonna end up like Drake. You're gonna end up like Will Smith. I think Taylor Swift is in that, but since she's a girl, it's like, it changes the dynamic. Because if you're a girl, it changes things. If you're a guy, it changes things.
That's crazy. Isn't it crazy that Drake was just a Will Smith on steroids the whole time and we didn't even realize it? Like we realized
Actor.
it, and we also like low key realized it, but we didn't acknowledge it, because we always we were saying like Drake should just pivot to acting. But he actually did pivot to acting. But he kept in the music
He
one.
acts every day.
Matrix. Speaking of Drake, I've been revisiting. This past month has been like revisiting music. Just like
one last time.
No. Bye guys. It's good. I've told you last time we talked, like, I really appreciate music now. And just revisiting things that I either liked before, didn't like, reevaluating, and just revisiting the Drake versus Kendrick thing. It's like re-blowing my mind how good Kendrick killed them. It was just...
It's like those videos of like a soccer team, but they're like kids, and it's like 20 kids, and then like Lionel Messi's like against all of them and just kills them.
Yeah.
That's what it, like, in retrospect, like, oh, those kids would never have beaten them. Maybe they're really good, but once you get that dude there, there's no chance.
I was listening to this guy. He was like, why was Drake shooting shots at Rick Ross like in the midst of this Kendrick beef? He's like, Drake, wake up, you're in the biggest rap battle of the millennium, stop talking about Rick Ross. And I was like, that's so freaking true. Hindsight though, for me at least.
He's just cocky. I think he needed to look like the biggest dog, and to do that he has to like, all right, Rick Ross,
Right.
punch you in the face.
Right.
But then like Kendrick with just a gun, all right, try it. You
Right.
know?
Like a straight sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Not shooting at anything else.
Yeah, like no games, no tough chest, just like gun to his face.
Yep.
Like no emotion, Kendrick.
So that's one thing I revisited. Another thing I revisited was Eminem.
Top 5. Agreed.
What a face. I need to frame that. Wait, what's your opinions on Eminem?
He got me a little into rap. I was never like an Eminemer. I was never an Eminem like the candy.
You're never... What do you call those? You're never at M&M's?
I was never a little Eminem.
It's not rolling off the tongue.
I was never a stan.
Got him.
But like what's the I forgot the name of the album, but the sequel to one of his best ones.
Eminem
like,
Show?
No,
Marshall Mathers LP?
it's newer.
It's
It's where Rap God, the album.
Yes, Marshall Mathers LP 2.
Yeah, that's like one of the first rap albums. I mean, like I always knew he had.
What year was that? Like 13?
I don't know.
Okay, you go. Yeah.
He was just one of the first with like Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
But Eminem was more like first step. Kanye was like step 2 to 900.
Right, like Eminem was like a good gateway.
Yeah.
But once you realize what you like, you're like, oh, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always respect what he's done for my family.
Yeah, I went back and listened to the Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers LP, and I was like, damn. Some of the songs, they don't age well. Most of the songs don't age well, but the ones that like, just listening to them, it's fun. It's like good fun. And then I listened to a podcast where they described him as like a cartoon character, like a rapper who was actually a cartoon character. And viewing it through that prism, I'm like, dang, now I can see like what that is. But what's interesting too is like the massive critical decline that he went through, where, I mean, I think the main gripe that a lot of people have with him is his music doesn't feel fun anymore. But along with this, like, going back and revisiting music, I'm trying to form my own opinion better. And I'm gonna listen to his new album like thoroughly, and just see
Where the issue is.
where the issue is, and I'm sure there's gonna be something I like. Cause he was,
Good.
and listening to his first album, just like it's pretty vicious. The things he was talking about, raping, you know, like killing, and it made me think of like Tyler the Creator when he first started, and how Tyler has changed from like rapping about that kind of stuff to like singing about being in love with boys.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm not laughing. It's
I am.
That's not bad. Boys are awesome. But it's just crazy.
Yeah. Changes.
Yeah. You, music, anything?
More listening songs here and there. More than I used to. Like since the last time we were here on this earth. Gravitating to rap. Just because I feel like I abandoned it.
Boy, did you.
I abandoned my home, not people. Because it is. Not like I was gone from rap even.
They missed you.
I can tell.
Yeah, they. I will come back.
No. But I was more listening to like I think Elvis was the.
It's so weird.
I have the worst like. Man,
Elvis came into my life, and boy, he did.
What Elvis did for my family.
Can't ever repay him.
No, literally. Elvis from that was like, all right, let me just listen to everything else that exists, and then stopped just because I was like, all right, I've listened to literally everything else. Nothing. I like stuff, but it was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I just stopped for a bit.
Yeah.
And then like Kanye. Rap.
Wait, you're like.
Is that you? Kanye?
There's this one guy I remember. Kanye?
West.
Uh-huh.
So some of his stuff, listening again, and then just older things I used to listen to, newer things, and then just like rap playlist and Spotify. Just tasting things. I'm like, oh yeah, this feels like home. Just because
Right.
I am more rap than any other genre.
Mm-hmm.
So listening to it, I'm like, oh, I feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Yeah. It's funny too, because like, I remember you telling me that you feel like rap almost, I don't know how to say it, like, did rap choose you or you chose rap? Like, it wasn't perfectly like that you loved rap.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
something that you fell into.
Yeah.
It was like one of the first genres that you heard, so that's probably why you started.
I think, well, a lot of it's just, there's community in that.
Yeah.
And I'm a sheep, as you know. So when I listen to rap, I have friends.
But that's a good point. Like, I think maybe I'm wrong because I'm not into other communities, but rap community, just like the zeitgeist of it all. It's fun.
Yeah. It's gossipy.
Yeah.
There's a little gossip to all of it.
Right.
Like, oh, what's this rapper doing? Oh,
Yeah.
they're collaborating. What?
Right.
Leaks? What?
Which I'm sure that's the same with any other genre, but something about rap seems more immediate.
Yeah. But I don't think like country has like a leak cult following.
That's true.
Maybe some pop, but I feel like pop stars are a little smarter with leaks, where they're like, let me put 20 passcodes and then hire a professional team. But I imagine most rappers are like, let me just put this on a flash drive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the security they have.
Yep.
Again, and if I have it, nobody else does.
Yeah, it's a lot more DIY.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to write. And maybe that's part of it too. So, yeah, I mean, for me personally, like, I think my lane, like, what really hits me is pop rap,
Mm-hmm.
but like high level pop rap.
Drake.
which I think is why I felt
Hurts.
so.
Perturbed.
Things like Lil Uzi Vert, things like melodic, um,
Fun.
melodic rap is really what gets me going.
Bubbly.
Yeah, but then I do like myself some boom bap. But what really greases my wheels is the melodic rap.
Hmm.
And that I think that it's something that
You're
I mean,
working on.
yeah, I'm working on it, man. It's
Get over it.
Travis Scott, revisiting him too.
Oh, jeez.
I know, but like
Oh, God.
I have Rodeo, and I was listening to Rodeo. I'm like, it's a great album. And then I finally like really listened to Utopia. I'm like, it's not that bad.
If it was the only album he ever made, and I never knew anything about him, I'd be like, this guy's going up. This is a beautiful debut.
You're like, forget about oh, I forgot his name.
Kanye.
No, the guy they said is the
Lil
next
Nas
Kanye.
X.
Yeah. Forget Lil Nas X.
Still can
This
do it.
Travis Scott guy is
Travis Scotty. He has it.
I think just obviously percent the whole Astroworld thing is kills that
Well.
album. Sorry. It annihilates that album.
It murders the album.
So it's hard to. I think that's what's helpful with like revisiting stuff, right? Like coming in without that baggage.
Yeah.
As much as that baggage, it helps. But I don't know. It's just interesting. Like revisiting music has really helped me enjoy music more. So yeah. Yeah. Watch out, bro. Watch out. How's work? Tell me something new about work. Oh, damn. Got it. You can't burp on command, huh?
Not really. If it's there, but I can't manifest the gas. I need to generate the gas in me first.
Probably healthier for you.
It's good. Just trying to get better. That's really it. I mean, I'm liking it more.
You're gonna keep it? You're gonna keep bartending?
For the foreseeable future until something else pops up.
Little birdie told me that someone might move to supervisor position.
No.
So.
No.
So it's all same old then.
Yeah.
Okay.
He thought he was thinking about
Yes.
it, but
Contemplating.
but the place will grind supervisors
To
dust.
beef hash.
Yeah, because like that role is pretty much made to either like cover shifts, not cover shifts, but like cover breaks. Hey, I'll run the food now. You go break. I'll bust tables. You go break. Or if something goes wrong, because they're supposed to be on the floor. If something goes wrong, like why'd you let that happen? I'm like, that's all I've seen.
What a shitty position. When he told me, I was like, do not do that. It doesn't sound like you're gonna make less money. And
Like the only way it would work is if it's a move, so like get higher up. But if you're trying to leave the industry, then don't. And he is, so.
anyways, yeah. How about the hobbies? The alternate career paths, if any.
It's working.
It is?
I'm rich
Wow.
spiritually.
Oh, that's life. Right?
Mentally, no, I'm stupid. I have like steps that I can like see now, and now it's just like I really just to the bone what my hobbies or interests are. Literally like gym, reading, movies/TV. That's it. Anything, and then maybe games if like some masterpiece comes out for once, then I'll do that. But right now I'm just studying writing so I can absolutely like nail it, and then eventually start writing, and eventually create paths.
Right now, do you have a lot of time to write? Because I know you're working more, so.
Yeah, but I'm more like I'm in school. That's my mind right now. Like I'm not worried about like, oh, I need to write this story, I
Right.
need to do this, but
You're just scoping that up.
yeah,
That's cool.
honing the sword.
Mm. Do you feel,
Perturbed,
no, the opposite. Do you feel good?
unperturbed.
Do you feel good about it?
Yeah.
Like where everything's going? Like your current job, how it helps you, your hobbies, there's your writing, learning.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just more like, all right, do it. You bumblehead.
But you are, or?
I am, but it's like every day, like, dang, I kind of just want to sleep. No.
Right. Yeah.
I won't do the other part.
Yeah, that's good. That's my main concern slash want for you, like, because I know with the other job that you had, you didn't have time, and it was like you're beating yourself up for not having time, and when you did have time, you're like, I want to sleep. But as long as that's a better system, and maybe not the system, but more so like you acknowledge that you're okay, and you're okay at your pace, right?
Yeah.
That's key.
Just patience. Just because, like, I see every little thing I have to do. I'm like, that's a lot. But if I'm like, all right, there's 50 pages today. That's all you gotta do.
Mhm.
Do it, done. Tomorrow, done. Month goes by, I do like a third of what I've set to do.
Yep.
But just doing it,
Mm-hmm.
not being a little baby boy.
It's fun being a baby boy. Cool. I've started my new position at my new job.
CEO. Top dog.
7-Eleven.
Doesn't get better.
And I like only having one job versus like worried about.
Oh, you already quit?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Easy.
No fights? No drama? See ya, losers! On Zoom. Or like, imagine like, what's this, Slack?
Yeah, yeah.
Just like a GIF. And you go, see ya, losers!
Well, it's cool. I mean, like, a lot of people have left over the years, and they're like, there's already like a, I don't know, workflow for people who leave, and like, every time someone leaves, like, oh, you're dead to us. But like, joking around. It's like good. All the good spirits.
Blocked.
Yeah. It's funny, like my last day, they're like, all right, let us know when you're done so we can start like unplugging everything essentially. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. And immediately like, they removed me from all the accounts, and I was like, damn, that was a little depressing. But other than that, it was good.
Wait.
But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a lot more work currently that I'm doing now. And it's leveling me up. It's all good in that sense. I think overall it's better, obviously, and new challenges, blah blah blah. But it's interesting. Taking a risk and seeing where it goes.
If you want that biscuit, you need a
Gravy.
There it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I think next. It's interesting too that right now I have no like I have wants to play video games, to read, but I know I don't have any time for it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, once I find a little bit of time, I'll think about that, and I'll read, or I'll play video games, or I'll watch TV movies. But until then, whatever. And it's interesting that I don't have that urge that I used to have of like, Let me do something on my spare time to like.
Let me be an artist. Then.
Yeah, essentially.
Let me.
And I don't want to. I also don't want to think about it too much of that because like. I feel like it'll just make me unhappy.
Yeah.
I'd rather just like commit to what I'm doing now, and see where it takes me, and not have like regrets of like, I should have done this. Like no, just like commit to this and really give it your all. And I think in that sense, I'm happier with work, but it's more stressful now. So
You know what they say. You know.
Oh. I know.
You know.
What else, Ivan? Movies, TV.
So, Alien Romulus, your favorite movie ever?
When did it come out?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's good.
How good?
I'd say if you're there just to watch aliens, like the creatures, and if you like the vibe of that, it's great. If you're there for that, sure.
Like the vibe is
Like little horror space, people being a little stupid, more moral dilemmas, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Should we open the door?
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Good. 8?
Not for me.
6?
7-ish.
Okay.
The visuals and how everything looks, and like creatures, how like that's handled, and effects sound all that good. But then it's like I've heard this dialogue
Yeah.
a million times.
Right.
Which is, I think that's like the thing I hate the most, where it's like not even AI generated, it's just
Copy paste.
yeah, that's what kills it for me. But other than that, great, fun.
Are you watching more movies or just this was like a random outing?
I just really wanted to see a movie,
Okay.
and I was like, that was the one where I felt the calling. Saw it. A little gruesome. 'Cause I don't really watch like that anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, my lord. Because it got pretty gory at points.
Yeah.
Like, yeesh.
Yeah.
And they're good actors too, so like when something happens, it's like the most blood shrieking, disgusting cry and scream of pain. Like that, I don't want to hear that. That was just horrible.
That's gonna haunt me.
Yeah. But I mean, good acting, I guess.
That is the cool thing about not doing things often. When you go back to it, you're like, oh, that it hits you, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. I haven't seen. The last thing I watched, I haven't watched shit, dude. I haven't watched anything. I'm watching soccer now, and even with that, like, I'm better now. Where before I was trying, like last season, I was literally watching half of the games that were played by everyone, and now I'm just watching my team because I can't, and it doesn't help me to know every freaking player and every.
I think that's like the best way to do things. Like first, try everything, and then like, all right, I know I like reading Dora the Explorer books. Let me just do that.
Yeah.
What else do I need?
Right. Yeah.
I'm not sure like a scholar, but scholars and nerds.
Unless you want to really like live that life.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to become a freaking journalist or like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have this urge though, like this.
Here we go.
This is the urge right
Here
here.
we go.
I want to make video essays
All right.
that take like months to make.
Uh-huh.
Like really just take my time. Really.
4 hours long.
Yeah. Really nail it, but like on albums.
Okay.
Just like random albums that I love or that I hate or that I grew up with or new ones. But really like simmer on it.
Right.
Like one sentence a day.
Yeah.
That's a good sentence.
Craft it.
Yeah.
Brick by brick.
Yes. That's like my biggest urge right now. But Not really trying to think about it too much.
Yeah.
Actually, let me forget about that. What else?
Watched a new show that's being inducted into the Hall of Fame of best shows for me.
Okay, hold on. Let me give some guesses. And I'm gonna narrow
You'll never guess it.
animation.
No. I don't know. I don't think you even know.
How many seasons?
2.
Finished?
Likely.
So recent.
Yeah.
Like the last season came out less than 5 years ago.
Maybe I think maybe a decade to 5 years.
Oh, so it's finished.
Yeah, but it's technically done. But there could be another season if they wanted to go back.
2 seasons.
I don't think you're gonna guess it.
Give me one hint.
Jude Law. Go ahead. Tell the audience.
No. But I like your pick. Moving on. Just kidding.
Okay.
What is it?
The Young Pope.
Okay. That is weird.
It's good.
I've heard of it. Actually, I can see the poster for it, but I actually haven't heard of it. But I can see the poster for some reason. Go ahead.
It's like if, in a sentence,
That the Pope was young.
yeah, but if the Pope was a rock star and like, not like, dunna, 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 but like the vibe of like those rock stars where you didn't know who they were, but you really wanted to see who they were. Like you loved,
Like The Weeknd. Like
But-
mysterious.
but in a more like classic sense. Like, I feel like Weekend and then Up, they kind of just generate that with like marketing schemes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
More like Prince, I think. Like if Prince was the Pope,
Gotcha.
but Jude Law's doing it.
Gotcha.
It's good.
Like 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's up there.
And where was it released? AMC?
HBO.
And why is it that good? Like the writing's good? Like what's the best feature of it?
I think writing, just how they framed religion, Catholicism, differently. Because I think if anyone thinks of that, they're like old cardinals, boring, stinky, Vatican, which sure, true. But in the show, they make like this dude just like a lady killer. He doesn't like sleep with anyone, but just the vibe.
Is it good? From what you were saying, it sounded like you were going down the route of saying like they mythologize.
They make a Catholicism or just believing in God something that isn't like
Corny
yeah
and boring.
yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
which is like
I like
finally something
Right.
not boring about religion. Like
Right.
this is probably the first speck of religion, and it's not even that like pro-religion. It's more like backdroppy, I guess.
Right. It's more about the politics and all of that.
Yeah, but it's also like when you think of the Pope, you think perfect person, no flaws. But this guy, like, there's a scene where he talks about like a girl like tries to seduce him. He's like, I can't, because as a priest, I'm naturally like all other priests. We're cowards, so that's why we're in religion. So because we don't have like the strength to love, so we have to be like celibate and not like have any relationships because we're not strong enough because we're cowards. It's like what an insane way to like reframe like why you would be a priest, and just like multiple instances of things like that where it's like they just use like parts of the Bible. I mean, they have to, but use them in a way where it's actually like relevant now instead of like, don't do this.
It's a lot. It taps into like what's the current.
Yeah.
It feels real.
Yeah,
in a way.
it's more tailored to modern life.
That's a good selling point. I'm interested to see a little bit of it and give it a try.
Pretty short. I mean, it's like an hour episode, but 10 episode, 2 seasons. Doable. But it does look different. Like it doesn't look Hollywoody. Where like Succession and Mad Men, they definitely look like perfectly placed in every scene. This one, like at the start, it was a little more grungy, or like a little dustier.
Mm-hmm.
But by the end, it's like this is probably like the most beautiful show ever.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Jesus.
It gets good.
Is it filmed in Rome, like at the Vatican?
I don't know, but you would think it is.
Okay. Do you think, I was gonna ask you this earlier, do you think you like it more because it does religion in a unique way?
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like, if this was about something else that they do, like, let's say if it's about like a basketball player, owner of a team, and instead of young pope, it's like young owner, right? And they do it just as well, they depict it just as well, but since it's religion, it's like, I can get behind this a little more because religion has always been kind of a weird thing for me.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like Winning Time, where there was, I think just putting humanity in it, even though I didn't see season 2, Winning Time, but...
Winning Time sucks. Have you seen season 2? No, it sucks, bro.
But I like the vibes of Winning Time, but not enough to watch another season.
I mean, it was, to me, it was a horrible, like season 1 was like, what the fuck, dude? Like now really thinking about it, it was a bad show. Like, I wanted so much more. I wanted so much more. But whatever, yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know where I was going.
Like I was saying, the young owner.
Oh, just like humanity to things like that. Like, I don't care about advertising, but they've just inserted so much humanity in that.
But I guess like religion is something that we all kind of want in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering like, is this show that good, or are you biased towards this because it's tackling this like weird subject that has always been of interest
Probably
to you?
all of it.
Okay.
Just because like it's easy to say like just live by God's will. Like, all right, what do I do when this happens? Like, just live by God's will. Like, all right, I know, but it's yeah. But in like the show, like a lot of it's about like kind of like they address like the topic of priests being like pedophiles and whatnot and doing like horrible things, and instead I think those type of priests, they say, well, God would forgive me for what I've done as long as I repent. But this pope's like, no, you have to suffer first. So he sends them to like Alaska, to like the coldest place ever. Like, all right, you're gonna live here until you figure out, or until you actually like see God again. Like that's his mentality. And like, I like that, where there's forgiveness, but not before suffering.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, I do agree, but I guess I have to watch the show, but I would say that guy doesn't deserve to go to even Alaska. He should go to jail.
Yeah, but I mean, they address that too. They're like, the real prison is in the soul instead of.
Mm.
But then like another lady's like, you know what? I don't care. They're going to prison, so they just send them to prison. So there's like multiple takes. Like, sure,
yeah,
send them to prison, but if you can just like the suffering he's doing in Alaska is going to be worse than whatever happens in prison.
right. Yeah, I'll watch it eventually. I'll add it to the list.
It's good.
Never in the list.
I'm not hurt.
Not hurt?
I'm unperturbed.
I mean, you know I would watch it if I had time.
That's what they'll say.
What else?
What else is there? I'm almost done rewatching Mad Men.
I have a strong urge to rewatch it because I just want to be in 1960s New York. Is it? I didn't know.
It's right now, like I kind of use shows as like tools now, in a weird way. Like I always feel like I have to be doing something, and I hate that.
Yeah.
But like a good middle way I found is just having Mad Men in the background. Like I'm cooking, I'll just have it. Like not even listening, but sometimes if I'm like making stuff like I should finish quick so I can read, so I can do that and that. But if I'm having Mad Men in the back, like oh, I'm doing two things at once, I'm calm.
Yeah.
I can take my time.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the same issue. I don't know if I agree with you necessarily. I do those kind of things. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe enjoying the cooking more with like playing music.
I feel like it's just music, but with humans.
Oh yeah,
Spoken
yeah.
word.
No, yeah. It's still art, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're still that's valid. It's totally valid. But I feel like music lends itself more to cooking.
Oh yeah.
Than TV show, but yes, I agree. One last thing. I went to have omakase, which is like a style of sushi where, and you've seen it in the movies or TV show where like they bring you out sushi like one by one, and you sit at the sushi bar. There's only a sushi bar, and the chef makes it for you, and he puts it right there. It was crazy.
Worth? Good?
Good. I wanted more food. I was like, you always want more food, right? But the flavors and like the things, like the freshness, it's crazy. And wasabi, like he made me a fan of wasabi, cause like it's fresh. So just like put it on everything, eat it. Oh, it's so good. Hits your nose. You like wasabi? Not enough to.
Not super into sushi, just in general. I think it's just outside of my culture.
Racist, but
Yes.
fair.
Like it's good. I'm just racist is all.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Not really working on it, just because I like being racist.
Hey, you're in the middle of the boat.
I gain more from being racist than that.
You're letting out your truths.
Oh.
Is it truths or truths?
It's truths.
Truths?
Truths. Truths.
You're letting out your truths.
Yeah.
Okay. Evan, should we let these party people go?
Let's.
Okay. We'll be back next week. We're gonna do this more often.
Yes.
More consistency.
Yes.
Okay. Be better.
Well,
Well, it's mostly me, but.
it's me. Yeah. Well, don't agree so far.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Who the hell?